Alright, this is Naptime versus MXSL.
Oh, we actually get the main tournament this time.
Oof. Oh yeah, so like okay. Then you need to kick. Okay, Cameron, make me leader of the group real quick.
Welcome, welcome. We're about to get.
Look at his
First one and join this.
I am fine.
Man, it took a while to start up, huh?
I would like to though. I watched live action Phoenix, right? That was fucking awesome. You know, you just do the first half and then pretend the second half doesn't exist, and then you win.
Yeah, Wolf.
You don't forget, off tank orchestra.
I thought you were on. I'm gonna show you.
I mean, there's.
But he.
We have a dumb play. Couldn't find to whole mean anything.
Oh my god, when does this start? Okay.
Remember whenever you guys lost in World Cup? That was a good day. Alright.
This is hard to watch.
Damn, dude, you
Just because I know orchestra is about to get owned.
I don't know. Team America's not one to be proud of. You guys are toxic as shit.
Hey, you guys did the same thing.
No, no, absolutely not. We did not meme comp anybody.
Don't you guys have XQC? Isn't he super toxic?
No,
Well,
he's
I mean,
he's the nicest person ever.
yeah, he's kind of toxic, but I mean, not. I wouldn't say any more than like Sinatra or whatever. It's just he can't fucking.
So yeah, mostly trying and just talk about Braves gameplay, but I will make pointers on the team stuff if I know you guys aren't just like fucking around and stuff. Just because this map is, or this team you guys are playing against is just.
It's the only pro.
Well, it's just unfortunate that you guys are playing against them.
Oh well. Quebec.
No, I'm just memeing right now.
Never been. Want to go to Quebec. I'm a Montreal dude.
He's actually like French Canadian, so apparently you guys don't like those.
Nobody does. French Canadians don't like French Canadians either.
It's like being Southern. We're Southern. We get made fun of a lot for being from Texas.
I've met tons of Southern people that are fucking awesome.
No, we're all racist.
Oh man.
I used to live in Ohio.
We got 4 seconds. Don, tell me where to go, and then I'll tell you guys who to shoot.
I'm gonna report on the team. Okay, they have Arissa. No shit.
Watch out for
McCree, Moira, Mercy. Okay, they're running double healer. There's the Fyra behind.
Far right side.
So Brave, you probably should have just gone when you were gonna check the team out, just to go this way instead of going straight, because I think like well, I mean they're gonna see the way you were going, like they were gonna see who's gonna play whatever they're gonna play anyways, because you have the same position as like the entire team. So just play like go back like you're playing a flanker. I think you knew this anyways, so you probably just didn't. I don't know.
Oh my god, I stepped off the fucking bridge.
That's embarrassing.
What a fucking retard. Oh man, okay. Feels bad.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Doesn't sound like Don's voice.
Sorry.
So again, you're going the same way. Just go, I would just play Sombra in this instance like you're playing like Tracer, except you're going to be like a little bit sneakier because you have to get their health packs. Especially against this team, like your only option really is to hack their health packs so they can't like, for whatever magical reason, they can't, they like do get us down. They don't have a health pack to go to, so just go, instead of going straight forward, just go in the back and like tickle them. I say like that's such a bad visual. Alright, well, you just go in the backside and you just tickle them and then like you leave.
Oh my god.
In freaking Orchestra, every time he crosses the damn bridge, he gets booped. I I don't think in your point of view you're seeing it probably for the best anyways, but I kind of told Orchestra yesterday. So Orchestra has like notorious for getting booped off of any map that can get you booped off. Orchestra like for like knowing that you have like those big issues, I would say like for I'm gonna skip this map, but for like the more obvious maps like Nepal Shrine and Elios Wells, don't play Ryan. Just play Orisa, because that's just like a safer bet. You can always just like force yourself to not get moved, and then like if you're constantly shooting too, you won't get booped off as far either. So just go Orisa on those types of maps. For Rialto, in your instance, just wait for a pool before you go in. So you guys want to like treat it like a Zenyatta trans. It's just you want to like force it out first. So either like play mind tricks with Orisa and make her use her pull first before you go. And then with Pharah, Pharah is going to be harder to do that kind of stuff with, so you just kind of have to just keep playing. But at least you won't get pulled by two different heroes.
Can we get build your old
Orisa is literally all alone up here, just with a Moira. Okay, Nick's Reaper's on the high ground.
So like in your instance too, Brave, like knowing, I mean maybe you didn't know that Orchestra has issues with that, like just hack Orisa so that, and just tell them that that they can cross the bridge now that she's hacked. This is a good position you're playing in, but how you got there was probably not the best. I would just have gone this way and done it. Yeah, because like where you were at too, where you fell back on, is just really hard for you to like really escape the team, because as you saw, you like what your translocator was basically right next to the team, unfortunately. So just pick places where like this was a good place to hack, but I probably wouldn't put my translocator there. Maybe the one that you should go do is that one back here, and put your translocator back there. You see where I was talking about though? Where is it? Like right in this room right here, there's a little tiny health pack right there. That's probably the one you want to put it on. Just ones that are like far away from the team, because they can like once you come back, you're so close, and like they can just like see you when you like try and turn invisible and leave. They can just see that, so just wait and do it from a far distance. Again, I think you already knew that anyways. So you're switching to Widow.
Okay, you're no longer up by one.
Alright, McCree?
I'd get high ground here though. Maybe rappel up here or over here, so you get more visibility since your team is already over here. There doesn't look like there's too many people here, and there was a shield anyway, so you want to play high ground to get to play like sightlines over the shield.
Reaper behind? Reaper half? Oh my god. Orisa half? Reaper behind? Reaper one? The Reaper is what? Nice?
I think when I was watching this too, McNanny did a really good job with using you to go back, because you were the furthest target, and it kind of saved. He played it really safe, which was good.
They have a McCree now?
No, they have a Widow now.
We don't top left yet.
I hate
I
this
know we
team.
don't have the best dive, but do we want to try dive here?
Yeah, we can.
They have a Reaper.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a good idea.
No, just have to make sure we go together and not get that diva. You need the
Okay, I'm gonna Valkyrie as soon as I can.
eat that.
Guys,
My right click was open, I just wasn't close enough to it.
Okay.
Sorry.
In those types of instances, you're doing Widow versus Widow. I think your peeking was fine. Kind of had advantage on you since they had more wiggle room than you did. Then maybe you could have just done that Widow trick where you rappel up top and then swing yourself up top to get like a higher, because it just makes it a little bit more unpredictable than you going back and forth behind a pillar. Or at least switch and play like go up here, because it's you are staying down here, so the Widow kind of knows where to go. Plus that's where your entire team is like leaving out of too, so like the Widow's definitely going to be searching right here for not just you but for the entire team.
We can't have visor. I'd rather not switch.
The Visor's not going to count for much when the Widow.
So I just want to see what their team is playing.
The Visor's not going to count.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here. So they're running one tank. This is a tough, this is tough. If you guys do this, playing Brig, like somebody probably should have switched. You guys either like go off full goats or something. Because like their comp is kind of like a weird comp. They have a shit ton of healing, that's for sure. You know, like a Genji probably wouldn't have been a bad pick, actually. It's probably like good to communicate with Alice and tell them to go Genji just to see if they can like pick up the Widow. Actually, if you had stayed on Widow and then have Alice go on Genji too, then it could have distracted the Widow a little bit. And then that could have given you a little bit of an advantage to go against the Widow.
Count for much when the Widow headshots you.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go.
Okay, stay with me.
Hey, I'm gonna break shield. I'm gonna visor.
What? How did that? I literally was eating it. That's so dumb.
It's
I'm sorry.
4v6.
So in that instance, I think you already knew, but like your main tank was down. It's just like it was a little bit of a suicide. I think this map is just hard to really coach on, especially when you guys are like dying so much to and losing your main tank so much here. Although I was really impressed with this part here when you guys like actually pushed through.
Yeah, we'll get the Widow and Reaper behind us. Widow and Reaper behind us. Pushing up with Alice.
It's really good here with you holding the shield up like this. And then Sent going back to deal with him, I don't think that was really necessary. Yeah, because now like you guys are down, technically down like 2 players, which I think is probably why you guys eventually kind of lost it over here. But you technically had, well, you weren't really dealing with the Widow, but the Widow's definitely doing its job by distracting your only off tank to really deal with him, and then he eventually kills him. That's embarrassing, Sent. It's a good, I'm going to rewind it back because this is a good job on your part by holding up your shield for this, so McCree. Oh man, it happened so fast though, let me just see. Is it here? Yeah, unfortunately your shield bash was already up, but that would have been a great place to shield bash. But yeah, just the fact that you held your shield up, next time it'd be like kind of like D.Va and just hold it up and walk towards him, because then it blocks a bit like a bigger sight line.
I got lost to 1v1 with a Widow. Like, I suck apparently. I'm never playing this game again. Goodbye.
No, don't worry about it. Raponix is a fucking smurf.
Yeah, he's been a Smurf since the Scrub Cup.
Yeah, so like next time there is a Widow that's all the way back there, I just not bother with them unless like for sure you guys can't kill them. But because this is like a team that is just known to be really good, with regardless of their smurfs or not, but like just leave them alone. You guys want the full 6 advantage versus the 4 now. Just be really aware that there's a Widow in the back, so you guys can kind of play in the corners a little bit more and in the rooms. Just keep like like Scent, next time just keep that in the back of your mind and just tell the team that there is a Widow in the back, but just play really safely so you guys aren't in the sight lines, because what is Widow gonna do eventually, you know? Nothing.
It's not the time, Alice.
I got him to one and he got a health back and an 18
Oh
back.
shit, I can't do that.
So you guys are on defense right now. I'd say like you guys probably should have gone Orisa Hog. Especially against this team, since like Hog can heal himself and also like Scent plays a pretty damn mean Hog anyways.
Right now on my mouse, so don't mind me. 360 no scopes for days.
What
I hear a
else?
Bastion.
What else are your team comp here? Let's see.
I can't do that.
You guys stay on the May? I don't remember. I think Alice does. So definitely play the Hog Orisa if you guys are playing May, because you guys want to hook have a chance to hook anybody past like into your team and then have May pull up an ice wall.
360 no scopes for days.
I'm assuming Orchestra goes Ryan here just so that he can contest the card a little bit better instead of playing Orisa. But I think if you guys went Orisa Hog, it should have been fine because you guys have like you guys can just stay put on the cart instead of like backing off.
They have a Symmetra. Bastion Discord.
Yeah, Bastion.
Bastion
Okay,
1.
you're actually trolling us right now.
Orisa,
Discord?
Orisa?
Orisa.
Orisa's Discord.
Hey, Sims are fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's actually
You guys would do actually a pretty good job here, especially against their like meme comp.
Are they switching
They
it
have
up
a
at
nine
all?
now.
Yeah,
They
they
have
switched it
So
up.
Brave, you don't tab enough, nearly enough, is what I noticed too.
Genji and
Have shatter. This fight.
Genji deflect. Genji no deflect.
Lucio 1 behind.
Lucio 1.
Genji Discord.
Heal Ryan.
I died.
Orisa's hacked. Orisa's hacked.
Tracer behind. Tracer down.
Then the other thing I noticed on your guys' in last night's matches, you guys are still using eyes and me's a lot. You guys need to really stay away from that.
They're gonna have nano.
Tracer's going behind.
Tracer 1. Tracer no recall. Tracer Discord.
I think your Sombra on defense was much better than on attack.
It's no longer low. I'm gonna use trans this fight.
Genji's hacked to the right. Genji's hacked to the right. Genji and Tracer on the right in the building.
That was really unfortunate. I think I remember watching that part too. I did think it stuck on Mercy first though.
Back up.
Backing up.
Oh my god.
What?
Good job, Sen. That's so lucky, but nice.
I'm going break for the Tracer and Genji.
Regroup, guys. Fall back a little bit if you can.
Alright.
I'm back. Here we go.
Don here needed to switch to Lucio as soon as that team wiped right there.
Stay with me.
I'm down.
Ryan, heal. Oh my god.
I'm slapped. What the
Oh
fuck?
man, we could have wiped them with that.
Tracer.
Sorry guys. Stall hero.
Yeah, I don't think there was really much you guys could have done in this instance here.
Nice try, guys.
That was a good defense.
I killed 2 people. Remake.
Honestly, you guys only lost that because your Ryan just kept dying.
Yeah, and that wasn't Orchestra's fault.
I had to though.
You can't. If if you're like, I don't know, you always get pulled off of a bridge, and if that's gonna be a problem, then you need to just charge through the bridge, or you need to tell your flankers to go back and like to go and
you mean
distract
the
like
attack?
I should raise the volume for this part because just to re-emphasize the orchestra.
Larissa.
Yeah.
So just raise the volume.
If you're like, I don't know, you always get pulled off of a bridge, and if that's gonna be a problem, then you need to just charge through the bridge, or you need to tell your flankers to go back and like to go and
You mean
distract
the
like
attack there?
Larissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, on attack. Because like every fight, you guys didn't have a Ryan.
There was
I
like
mean, I'm trying to go with my team, right? Like, I'm not. I could have charged at any time, but I want to.
Yeah,
like,
but you could charge, but you would just tell your team to like that you're gonna charge, right? Or have to follow up, because as long as you're the Orisa or the Ferris distracted, they're not gonna boop you off. And I think they had enough time. Nobody was like distracting them, so you were just slowly walking by,
okay.
and they were able to just like take advantage of that.
There was one specific time where I swore like the Orisa pool should have been eaten by me, and it just still activated, and it was really sad.
Sense and side, you guys want to switch or stay?
Alright, this is the map. This is like the map where I just stopped, I had to start leaving, so.
Maps to there's no bridges to fall off of, so Orca's just fine.
He's gonna find like some glitch in geometry.
Orchestra, what you want to play?
Oh, I'll play
Alright, what do we want for heals?
So, I think, well, at the beginning of this whole thing, I did tell you guys to get into two parties. That doesn't, that just means you guys too, though, because, like, if you notice right here, because just them are in a party, you guys are technically all in, let's just say you guys are all technically in separate parties, right? You're individual parties. Everybody's name still appears in the same color. Even though they grouped up, so you like the DPS and the tanks need to group up in a party, and then they would need to group up, because in that way, that's the only way where you guys can actually identify two different teams, two different team colors.
Raponix is almost certainly going to play Widow.
Yeah.
And I'm not good enough to keep up with him. I'm not Diamond Widow.
Brave just joined us on Twitch.
Fuck, man.
Hey, Brave. I did give you some pointers in the first map, so just watch that again later if you just joined in.
Okay, if I'm gonna be effective at all, I need to find weird angles.
A+ hopping skills.
Yep.
Better than Lucio.
Yeah, Widow, watch out.
We don't have.
Good job, Sci-Fi.
He's dead. Alright, move in.
Reinhardt Discord?
You know what I think it is when you're on Widow is that you need to practice brisk flicking a little bit more. I think that's the only thing I kind of noticed is that you like take your time to try and aim, but I think by the time like the other Widow does it, it's because they have like better precision and like quickness, because they're actually flicking aiming, and then you're like searching for the right spot to do it.
Watch out, Shelly, for the Genji. I think he's around.
Yeah.
I think that's just something you can kind of practice on in the training grounds though.
Be careful, it's Genji is high ground.
Our team is pretty split right now.
Okay. It's a 2v6.
Oh, I did not mean to fall down.
And that's probably on well, that's on our shot callers' jobs to like kind of tell them to kind of go get together. This is Shelly.
I thought we had one person on point, so I was gonna fall to point, and then I'm like, crap, and then
Yeah, I think this is a good call for to go back.
No.
Just because they definitely had 6 people there.
trying to hide from Widow.
I'm really low.
Come back.
So don't forget to say who you are, Brave.
Sorry, you were ahead.
Good, Bash. Those are really good. I think you're like a second late too. Just
Stall heroes,
bashing him.
Stall heroes.
When he did his shatter, because I think his like shatter, his voice comes up first and then he slowly shatters. But yeah, a really good option too to go Doom for the stall heroes and calling that out.
Lucio Discord. Lucio 1.
You didn't press in the first map. I said you didn't press tab enough, so I think this is the same thing here. So let's see. You called for stall heroes. Not everybody went. These two need to switch to stall heroes. Well, actually, all of you guys need to switch. You guys have it now, but because, like I said, your team has a history of just like giving it up real quick. You guys should just go stall heroes.
Heal me, down here.
I'm going Moira.
Hello?
Right here, you probably would have been fine switching off of Doom until you guys until they make it onto the point again.
She's not that good, Anna.
Whoa, this face is on me.
Oh, they don't have Widow now.
Yeah, she's on her face.
It'd be a good one here is maybe if I don't know if you or Alice play May better, but one of you guys go May probably would have been good too. See, like I said, if you guys just all went stall heroes, you guys give it up so fast.
Because that I have to peel. They said
Yeah, I had Tracer on me, and then Genji jumped me, and yeah, they got me. So I think Debo was with me.
I think just next time, just remind the team to switch. Even though you're like stall heroes, you were calling it, but like the half of the team didn't go stall heroes, so like as soon as they went down, everybody else kind of went down.
That's fine.
Do you wanna play Moira, Shelly?
Yeah, I can.
That way you can get dived by the flankers that hard.
Did you guys go goats here?
I don't know if I want to go Sen or Lucio, so
You can run Lucio. I
they
think
cannot
Lucio's
dive us
better.
at all.
do we want to try gold?
We can, yeah.
Yeah, we're almost all the way there. We might as
I was
well.
gonna say Sombra and attack on this map is a little harder, especially against this group.
But the thing is, if we run goats and they have a Pharah, we lose a team fight, whatever, we can switch. But if they don't have a Pharah and we steamroll them, they're not going to be able to switch.
Let's just try it for one run. If it doesn't work, we can switch.
So
Unless
They
it's
have a sword.
unless
They
it's
have a sword.
unless it's a promising run.
So, which way are we pushing it?
Let's go in right, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah,
We
and
should
then
go
up the
straight to
stairs.
point. We should go straight to point.
Yeah,
instead
let's go
of-
straight to point.
straight point.
Oh, right,
we are
of course,
tanky
yeah.
enough.
Straight point.
Okay,
Follow me.
hold your W's down.
I'm gonna
I think we're going straight to
boost
point.
choke.
I think you guys still need to utilize this room on the right, because you're taking a lot of damage when you guys just go straight.
Come up.
Now this is actually the point where you guys
Genji half?
this is like the opposite situation of what we were talking about in the past, right? You guys are the ones who played goats. And I don't really know what they're playing. But you guys go through. Let's see.
But gee, I lost my map.
So right here, you guys can stay grouped up this way, but your team needs to utilize the rooms right here because they're not in sight line, so you guys are just taking free damage right now, and you guys are playing goats, so all you guys can do is really group up as a team like this. But because they're just getting free range, that's kind of what we were talking about in the past, where you guys were the ones who were on high ground, and they don't, as you notice, they're not coming down for you guys because they're just trying to get a pick right now, but because they're just like right now attacking you guys, and you guys aren't really doing anything besides putting shields up. But you guys are, it's effectively working because your guys' health is kind of slowly going down, so you want to make sure you just move as a team into these things and play in and out between this room and here, so it gives them less chance to build up their ults, because that's ultimately what they're trying to do right now. So they got their pick, right? So that means like their team can start moving down, which I think that's what they're doing right now. Yeah. I think it's really good that you kind of backed away from that situation. You guys probably could have easily taken down Genji, but because like the one Genji versus like the other 4 was not as important, so it's really good that you were able to identify that.
I got him.
He was just kind of cornered there.
I'm ready.
I almost have rally.
It's really interesting you haven't gotten rally yet, though. Usually, like you could have gotten a rally by then. It was a lost fight.
Just die.
I don't know how to grab it.
So let's see. Their team really likes to run one tank. Well, that means like our goats kind of work pretty well because we have more sustainability than them. Especially like they're essentially like, let's just say like these are their squishies, right? Because Reaper can ultimately heal himself. Oh, they only had one tank on, and they didn't think they needed more than that to beat us. Well, to be fair. And Lee at that point, like, because they were only running one tank, regardless if they only had one tank player on, these are like your squishies that you guys need to get rid of first, and then these are like the ones that you worry about later. So I think that's something you guys should identify at the beginning, and then work towards that. I don't think you guys really. I think you guys knew what they were playing, but I don't think you guys comprehended that these are the players that are the essential people that need to come down first.
Alright, the hardest part now is going to be for me to build charge back up.
They haven't really responded to our goats except for Reaper.
Yeah.
So you guys are running goats. Like I would just steamroll into that comp that they're running. Those 4. The Genji would be kind of hard too. That's fine. Just leave them as the second to last to die. But like the Mercy, Zen, and Hanzo can be like the first ones you guys would steamroll first.
Taking lead.
I'm watching the Reaper.
Reaper's on back line.
Nice.
Reaper got me.
So right here, you guys kind of let Mercy. I think you had your shield bash right there available. Let me just go back a little bit. But when you see Mercy rezzing, you guys, this team has a really hard time with allowing Mercy to res a lot. So just use your shield bash on her next time so she can't res. It's like right instead right now you're just hitting her. But like if you just shield bashed her, it would have worked a little bit better.
Reaper low.
Donnie Ball will get out.
Yeah, nobody called a single target in that fight.
I think it was, well, maybe you thought it was on cooldown, but from judging just from here, I don't think it was on cooldown. Let's just see.
I'm watching the Reaper.
Reaper's on back line. Reaper got me.
It's right here. Oh, maybe you're right. Oh. Just call out that she's rezzing next time then, because who do you guys have? You guys have a Lucio, right? You guys have a Lucio who could do it too. Right.
Reaper low.
So Lucio's probably the only one who can. Lucio or Ryan can do it.
Yeah, nobody called a single target in that fight. I think we could have won that.
When I said Reaper on back night, we needed to respond to that.
Yeah, so Lucio and Ren would be the only other two people who could do it. And more effective for Lucio to do it though. But if you guys all called the Mercy Rezzing, then all three of you guys can work towards like interrupting that.
We have
And Diva could, but not really.
okay, guys, we're sitting here for nothing. We have to push forward.
I mean, you can fly into her, but I don't think it boops her off nearly enough for it to matter. I think, especially if she's standing next to the wall, like, you would just boop her into the wall and she would still get her res off. You guys have time, though, to reset.
That's okay, that's okay.
They only have blade for the next fight.
Alright, I'll keep.
So I think their answer to your goats right now is the Reaper. They just switched over.
Yeah, don't peek, guys. We're playing against a diamond team, remember.
Well, somebody else is playing Reaper now, I think.
I'm gonna bubble you.
Reaper's gonna drop down on top of you guys. He's above behind.
I'm ready for God.
So Brave, you need to call out the fact that there is a Reaper above us.
Fucking dragons.
I can't believe how much, yeah, every fight he has a dragon, that's kind of crazy.
Grab in. No.
That Genji, though, probably should have switched. Like, ages ago, because I think he's only dying to you and Zarya, or when you guys did have a Zarya.
They have support ults again.
I almost have rally, I'm gonna stick with the break.
Okay, do we want to keep running goats?
No.
Yeah, I would say everybody needs to use their, like, ults now and then switch off.
I'm 10%.
Because this is, like, a really weird comp to be running.
Go for him.
Down.
Okay, Resin Craig.
So let's go to a point. They have 6v5.
No, we can't.
Here's your,
What was that?
Okay, they wasted that.
yikes.
I have beat for this fight.
Here, just get behind my shield, I'll block you.
Should we run double shield if possible, maybe? Attack Marisa?
We're just not getting close enough to, like, we haven't had a proper team fight in, like...
No, because, like, if we have an extra shield, that's...
This is your time to rally right now.
And I'm gonna speed boost if we can get 2 points.
Or let's just go left.
Yeah, this is where you need to
Our
rally.
best shot is when we went left, yes.
Okay, that's a reset. Reaper 1.
Okay, you know what?
How does this Reaper keep getting you guys?
Reaper 1.
Okay. I'm behind you, Shelly.
Or Lucio needs to go back to get everybody else. Well, I thought that would have been your chance to be the start of the fight because you guys had all 6. I don't think you guys knew that the Reaper was there, so that was probably when you guys should have rallied to go in for the fight. But I think, and maybe like you didn't rally.
Go left. Oh man, wait, somebody gets picked.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like if you rally though, that it kind of triggers the start of you guys moving fast enough to go in. So you just get in the habit, like, cause you guys like reset way too slow. That's like one of the team problems too.
Tracer no recall.
I don't know how many times I'm going to...
Says like brig and you're gonna rally. That just starts that lets the team know you guys are gonna start the team fight to go in. Otherwise you guys take forever. Like right now you guys are taking forever just to get past this choke because you guys keep getting picked.
No, she's not dead.
Come on. Stick together. Don't get picked. Focus on staying alive.
Okay, let me
Unbelievable.
They're both fucking really good.
Come back all the way to spawn.
Really good shooting down Pharah.
Lucio needs to be on speed boost too.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
I don't know about the Hansel's really good, bro, so watch out for this Pharah.
If I can just get like a pocket, if possible.
With this team comp too, you guys probably want to run Moira.
Okay, let's go.
It just gets there faster because you guys are so slow.
When they blade, I'm gonna beat.
I got Tracer on me here in the
Coming
back.
in behind.
Genji behind you guys. Genji behind.
So somebody needs to help our Ryan right now. Yeah, or Ryan needs to turn around and like realize the team isn't with him. But like, there's two things Ryan could have like turned around to see, but then I think you guys all saw him go in by himself. So somebody just needed to tell him like he's in by himself so he can like fall, like walk backwards or something.
Ah.
Come back all the way to spawn.
Yeah, I really don't know why he's still in Genji.
15 seconds.
Okay.
Tracer's behind you.
It's unfortunate.
That's probably map. Yep.
I have to get on point.
I can go in. I'm 90 health. I'm gonna die.
Go, get on point.
I'm literally on point, but okay.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
It only takes like one or two people to to like get the team to move faster. It's like as Brig and then like whoever maybe tank is, they just like rally the team up to get them to move faster.
I guess so. That was just ridiculous.
Because you guys are like way too slow.
So from like the outside looking in, I really think that we can beat Daddy in. So don't let control points. And then also we're just all alternating.
Pretty pumped, and I like the enthusiasm. So I think we should get that.
I am.
We should get that. Pretty pumped, and I like the enthusiasm.
Shelly, would you like to stay in?
If Nanny wants to get back in, that's fine.
Come on.
All the hooks.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to read this chat here.
So excuse me with the same.
Okay, oh yeah. You guys switch me in?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then switch me in with the shooting. Yeah, I think we can. Just don't let Thick Daddy hook us every 5 seconds and get away with stupid fucking flanks.
Yeah.
Would you like to stay in?
Their carries right now are probably gonna be.
Yeah, but
For the antis.
And we're all as a team.
Delicious. I'm not knocking that. What you guys need to do is come.
We have really good maple syrup. And bread was brushed with syrup, like maple syrup. Just
You ever had maple syrup and popcorn?
so they're gonna be running.
Are we doing dive? We're almost dive.
We're doing murder roadhog.
They're gonna have the Farah, probably a Genji.
And remember,
Map with the hole.
no, yes, no, yes.
This is the map I tuned in
It's okay,
for,
Orchestra,
and
we
I
believe
couldn't
in
tell
you.
if you guys were like serious or not with your hero picks. But Don playing Ana, and McNanny playing Mercy. I think like each of these VOD videos, I've been telling you guys
Yeah.
like to
Classic
avoid
content.
doing that. So like, if Don really wants to play Ana, then he needs to communicate it, and so McNanny needs to go off healer.
Canada started with Quebec and Ontario. English versus French. It's this whole thing.
Didn't you guys burn down the lighthouse once?
We did in 1812.
That's fine then, but McNanny needs to switch then.
White comms, let's go.
Okay, I think I see an Arista shield.
They haven't erased it yet.
What a
And
surprise.
Tracer
Unless you guys are confident, like, they're not gonna run something that would need a defensive ult, but, like, I think their team
Genji's
typically runs Genji, so I would not, I would probably go, like, Zen or something, or make McNanny go Zen.
Both your tanks.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
go back.
Yeah, retreat.
I got pulled.
I missed my hook on Thick Daddy.
So, yeah, you probably have to go back with your team a little bit.
I think at least, or at least you're missing it if you are.
I'd probably, if I were you,
Shots.
so you threw a translocator in here, right? Back here. I think that's probably like the most obvious place to put it. Maybe like throw it in here, and then I would play back here. You can, well, not in the sky obviously, but back here on the lower stairs, so you can poke out. So the team kind of their enemy team kind of falls back a little bit, so it gives your team like time to come up. Because all you're trying to do is just distract them. I think like if you put your translocator back here, that's like, I think the team just automatically assumes once you like are back here and you're like poking at them that that's where you're gonna go. But if you put it in here, it makes it like out of their way to have to go in here to like get you. So yeah, just make sure you like, you just want to, your goal isn't to like kill them or anything really as Sombra right now, it's just to distract them.
Shots.
So because now they're like some of them pushed up, right? Yeah, half their team is pushed up.
I'm pocketing run.
So you're playing the side here. Obviously, like, you fall back. It's not too far from where you were just at, so it's pretty, like,
Hogs low.
I think Soldiers went down because he just assumed you were going to be there because it was just an obvious spot.
Okay, no, you didn't see me, but whatever.
Wow, I can't believe he still ulted me. Whatever, I'll take one for the team.
Genji 1.
I've missed every hook. Okay.
Yeah, let's try going right, like up top right.
Yeah.
Full regroup, guys. Come on. Let's stop.
Kill Thick Daddy.
So just make sure, like, when you play Sombra that you're playing, like, the sneakiest you possibly could. That's just really sad, the 1 this goal.
Shit.
Let's go.
What about it?
Like, putting the translocator where you just put is probably, like, a good solution too. And then you would play back here, because then you can always fall back to your team if you need it. But don't avoid putting it out in the open.
Genji tacked.
It's good follow up.
I have all.
Get the soldier,
I'm on soldier.
Nice. Okay, that's...
I don't know if that EMP was really great, but you really don't have any choice with it, with the time being so low.
We got this, guys. Come on.
Okay, I'll force overtime.
Lucio if you can.
Stall heroes.
They use... Yeah.
Go, chest.
He's low.
It's unfortunate. Freaking sense.
Whatever. This game's a joke.
It's okay, Alice. We went in knowing this game was a joke. MXSL is a fucking Smurf team. They're
Yeah, don't get mad at this team. They're stalled. It's diamond.
Okay, but like, Bort and everyone clearly knows, so why don't they...
Have you guys played against them?
they're not technically breaking an established rule. That's why.
Have you guys played against them, like, before I joined in?
This is the one with the holes, so we need to watch out for that.
Is there a video of that?
Yeah, I just gotta use. I'm gonna.
Dude,
What's crazy is Alice is tilted, but, like, he just only joined in this stage too.
Alright, let's do this, boys. Come on, let's get a
we're
one
gonna...
I probably guarantee you guys, if you guys had played, if you do have a VOD from the past, you guys probably got steamrolled even worse than you guys are now. Because at least your game mechanics are kind of a little bit better than it was in the past.
Back, thank you.
Shooting the shield.
Oof.
Doomfist is low.
Ryan needs heals.
Kill the right.
I think, like, Your only thing with this playing Tracer is you went in with your team, which you probably shouldn't have done in the first place. But just like as Tracer, just like Sombra, you just play away from your team. People like they went all right, so you probably want to play left and maybe just wait a little bit so that this team doesn't know that you're there, because they're going to be distracted with this team. Once this team is focused on your team, then work your way around this way. Because now you're playing really close range with them, it's really dangerous for you.
Watch out for Hawk.
See if we get this dude, see if we get this dude.
He's half.
You're pretty good tracking though.
Get hog.
Close one.
Oh,
Oh no! My recall.
I'm down.
Okay, guys,
Shoot.
I vote.
It's just you.
it's not bad. You're basically almost there at your ult.
They have a McCree now. I don't know if they always did.
They did. He was just chilling on the left the whole time.
Right.
Is
Go
Orchestra
jumping, but
playing
it can't count.
Orisa or Ryan here?
I have shield, I have shield.
I have pulse.
Ryan.
Go.
What?
I have none.
Get hog.
I'm gonna jump in and
Probably not the best target to put your bomb on, but you probably just saw the opportunity, so you did it anyways. But I don't think I have to tell you that. It's good. Oh.
Okay.
Here's, I think we talked about this when I first joined, is that
They
when you're
have-
playing
they have
Tracer,
two.
the flank
Roadhog
heroes,
and Mercy
just
is
like
only
poke
one of
at their
those five.
healers, regardless if you kill them or not, because you just need to distract them from healing their team.
Left side.
McCree is left.
So instead of like going for the bigger targets. So what you did there was good, you just did it too late.
We're on the left right now, we're on the left.
Like when you basically were on their healers when our entire team was down.
Macri one.
Alright, Thick Daddy's down.
Nice job.
You're really, really brave for going against the McCree here.
Arisa.
Ooh.
Alright.
Nice res.
I would just avoid McCree at all cost.
That McCree's just chilling on the left side. Take
The McCree wasn't even playing with their healers too.
Stall heroes.
Well then.
Yeah.
Don't know why I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be your job to contest him as Tracer though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, none of us expected.
That's where like your main tank needs to play, knowing that there is a McCree like playing on the left side there. Then he should have gone like Orisa to throw down a shield so that it does really nothing. Or like you guys have,
Yeah, I know, but it's not
or you
me.
guys have Hog or Diva to kind of distract the McCree, but for you it's not.
Back in his mind, he's like, man, good thing I left that team.
Yeah, but he's their backup tank, I think.
Rich wasn't on last night, huh?
Yeah, he was on our team.
And then he left because we weren't professional. We weren't.
You know what I would have done is, knowing maybe Alice was already tilted by this point, so just have Alice sit out next time, and then just put Shelly back in, and then make Nanny go
Yeah,
DPS,
okay,
because
so what
Nanny
slots
can
do
play
we want?
DPS pretty well.
Shelly, would you like in?
Alice,
Got it disputed.
Alice, do you want someone to take over for you? Are you feeling okay? Like, what's going on?
I don't know, I probably wouldn't even give them that option.
You know what? Honestly, did better than last time because we actually killed Thick Daddy.
That's true.
I hooked him up.
Because that was the third map? Or is this, it was the third map, right?
Oh, that's.
Yeah. So he played all 3 maps already, probably just like swap him out either now or like should have swapped him out before. But well, I would have just swapped him out now, just because like you guys are on your final map.
Okay, so does anybody want out? Does anybody want in? Doesn't have to be a matched role.
Yeah, I get it.
We have people who can flex if someone wants to take a break for the last one, if they're pissed off or whatever. It doesn't matter.
If Sci-Fan wants to play, I am fine with being subbed out.
That's probably something we should talk to the team about, is recognizing being tilted and then asking to swap off. I think Siphon does a pretty good job of recognizing that ahead of time too, so he tends to sit out sometimes.
Sorry, I want to play it.
I think it's harder for the DPS because they do really want to make like an impression and an impact, but against a team like this, it's just really not worth it.
Okay. Yay!
Yay!
Just don't count on me.
That's okay.
Don't count on me to let you know when. Don't count on me. Do it again. Don't count on me. The point you're missing.
Well, you should have McNanny be thrown in regardless of what hero he plays. He just be like the karaoke guy.
What? Anna, don't give a. Sorry.
I don't wanna waste
Still going. Excellent.
You can't not do the full chorus of that song. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Privately chaos.
Yeah, so the other day, I was
It's the best thing ever.
With a woman and
Gucci Gang.
Oh my gosh, the sound
what
sucks.
was that?
Obviously,
He was,
Team fight, and then you guys push back in, and he had another one,
yeah, it was
which
nuts.
it just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Alright, I'm not in this map, so time to brush up my action cam skills. Woo! It's a tree! Whoa!
Shelly, what would you like?
Okay.
Start off with,
Tree tunnel?
You know, work on your sound effects for sure.
See,
Let's go on a journey looking at things that nobody ever looks at. Like how tall this castle is.
If you can damage boost me at the beginning, just so I can try to get trans as fast as possible.
Look at that low res farm.
Is that Widow map on the, you know, the map that people typically play, the Widow FFA? Is that technically on this map, but like in the castle?
it is a popular map for Farah.
Yeah, Commander Huey does a lot of. I remember he tried out for the team, and we were gonna let it.
Because it kind of looks like it could be.
It's nice, but
Is it like Chateau or something?
Remember that.
oh, Siphon, you can't hear anything.
Well, maybe the upper part of the German castle becomes French.
Well, no, they can't hear me. He chose a character. I mean, he's probably...
Fine, just ruin what I was saying. Why don't you?
Siphon?
Are your headphones in?
I had that happen to me the other day.
was he the loud
Okay, he's
electric
back.
buzz?
Because Blizzard tends to do that though. They tend to use the same map for different areas.
Sci-fi.
Old.
Gosh, it's like you guys are playing against Los Muertos or something.
There you go.
Long ass stalls.
Sweet.
Moonbeam.
20%?
Oh yeah, this is the one where Orchestra just dies out of
that's pretty
nowhere.
good.
Oh, he gets pulled, that's why.
Oh.
I got hog.
Oh.
I think he needs to get used to playing Orisa on this
Oh,
map.
nice wall. Nice
He really
wall.
needs to get off of the Reinhardt mentality.
Oh, Shelly! Run away! Run away, Shelly!
Breathing hog, hog is frozen.
I'm back.
You guys lose this pretty fast, I think, right?
There's Enslow.
Okay. Good block, good block.
See ya, Brave.
Freezing him. I have wall right behind Ryan.
Oh, my shield's gone.
Around right side.
Hey, hog behind, hog behind, hog behind, hog behind.
Hog on me.
Wow, I can't believe Shelly got that res off. Shelly, so you really gotta work on your GA jumps here.
Good wall send.
Let's just go back a little bit.
I'm down.
It's right here. Who you? Sorry, let's just see.
You're on right side.
So you get this res off. Hog is going for you.
Hog on me.
You go here. Ryan dies again. So here, you could use Ryan's body to GA over instead of using. I don't know who. Maybe you do use Ryan, but you don't do the jump over. You just do it like right to him. So like it didn't confuse the Oh, you didn't even use Ryan. But you gotta get used to using your jump and timing it so that you fly over whoever you're actually targeting. Because now, like, if you just fly to them, they're like, the enemy's right there. They can just get you.
I'm the only one here.
Good wall send.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, Dick Daddy.
Yeah, Thick Daddy is not
Come
the
back,
carry
come
for
back,
that
come back.
team.
Okay.
Not at all.
Hopefully you won't get long spawn. You probably will. Okay, we gotta play this
I
corner.
just heard Widow hook.
Yeah, Widow's up top.
She's got
Widow
sight.
has sights.
You guys need to make switches. With Widow being a problem right now. Actually, Widow and Hanzo. Your Ryan needs to go Winston. Yeah, I would go dive. Just to take care of them, force them to or like Genji, right? Instead of McCree. Because you don't really need his scan right now. I would definitely need to take care of this Widow here. Just to force them to leave or to switch off. And then until then you can swap back off. Ryan, you guys are playing way too passive right now. I know they're up here, but you have two people up here, so you need to play past this choke right here and play up here.
Daddy doing Thick Daddy shit.
Flanking again.
So now, like, the card hasn't even moved, right? The card's still sitting there. You guys need to push forward, like, way forward up here.
Hogs on.
You guys don't need to worry about the people that are up here because you had two people up here.
We're all dead though.
He just doesn't die.
This is good, Saifan. Really glad you're like starting to
That's us,
like
right?
use your
Us.
boosters up
Not
more
for
for
him
like
to do
Widows.
it, because it shouldn't work against anybody.
But instead of dropping down though next time, just go this way. Because you know their team's already moving over here.
Do we have
He's playing like it's bronze.
Nice.
Ooh, nice shot, Sent.
Can you get back with us?
Yeah.
He's coming up again. He's
That's
coming
good.
up on the flank again.
Hog
You guys can
behind.
push in.
Hog behind.
Yeah, he's just
Nice stun on him,
Ryan,
Alice.
back up with your team.
Ugh.
I guess not here.
Hanzo's one.
So Ryan, just listen to Shelly was calling for you to back it up, so that's what you needed to do instead of moving forward with your shatter, because it was Shelly was trying to tell you that your team isn't there, but you used shatter anyways. So you guys need stall heroes right now.
Right idea. You guys probably could have won that.
Watch out, don't pick.
You guys are kind of reverting back to your old ways and just this map by itself. I think just because you guys are overwhelmed with this team.
Ugh.
Really good, Sent.
I'm working on shield. Watch out for shatter.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll block it. And maybe get a Reaper with me?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Alice probably should go Reaper.
Reinhardt. Sorry guys, I'm no shield.
Good switch, Sent to May.
Switch to stall.
I think we're gonna have time.
I'm gonna go out with trans.
I'm thinking Sent probably should go Hammond, although May is pretty
Nice
good.
timing.
Nice.
What's going on? Ryan. Oh, hog. Ryan low.
Freezing.
I'm getting melted.
Mercy's frozen.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, I got Ryan on me in the back.
Get this Zenyatta, get the Zenyatta.
His Widow's uncontested up here.
He's low.
You guys can hear me, right?
Orchestra, you really gotta switch, learn to switch off of Ryan.
I'm down right now.
Oof, that's not good.
Nice
Stop,
Orchestra.
I think the problem we have where we get way too split up is just really apparent when you're watching it from a third person view like this.
Target call.
I'm shattered.
I think
Shatter or freezing ground. What?
I think it's just like a problem with our individual
There's a blizzard on
decision
point if you
making.
can touch. They're all frozen.
Yeah, Brave, I would definitely agree.
Ah!
No, that wasn't a bad stall.
That was a good stall. That was a really good stall.
Shelly probably should have switched off of Mercy a while ago, though. Gone Moira.
Yeah. Also, hi, Cat Chunks.
You guys want to go ghost for this first point?
Sure.
Honestly, I was thinking just troll about sure.
I think you should really run a Reaper for the hog.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
do
If possible.
Sure, as long as
You can do goats with a Reaper, 2 tanks, and then 3 supports. Yeah, there you go. Good to me.
I'm gonna need some support though if I'm gonna go after that Reaper, or not the Reaper, the Hog, because
Well, I just need you to stand by me, because like basically the 2 tanks are bullying me really bad, and like if I had the Reaper there to help me out, it'd be a big beneficiary.
sure I can do that.
I think that's a good call for Orchestra to call for the Reaper to just stand by him. I mean, the Reaper probably needs to stand by the tanks anyways.
Oh, I forgot you guys. Yeah, you guys are on a delay, so
This is
I have to do that if I stream out.
this is an interesting
Where should we go?
this is an interesting setup.
Don't even really try to.
Kill.
Heal Ryan, heal Ryan.
I'm trying.
Go to that.
Go around left.
I got a point.
Lucio's one.
Lucy's one, nice.
Slow down.
Somebody need to call that out that you guys are all antied too.
Reset.
So
No.
What else,
I was gonna say, McNana was the only healer then. Really needs to stick with this Ryan until Shelly gets back.
If you want to fly up to her.
Where?
Really good job here at the takeover though.
She went away.
She did.
Alice, that was, yeah, I don't,
Nice take though, guys. That was really quick.
that was really risky though, Alice.
Kill him.
Nice, get hog.
Good.
Screw you.
Punish him.
Okay, where's Widow at?
Widow's up top. Good job, Saifan. There's
Good
a free
job,
health.
Saifan.
Shield
Oh,
the team,
that's
shield the
unfortunate.
team.
I don't.
I know, it's probably difficult to know where he is.
How we doing, guys? My shield's taking a beating. You okay?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get on point. You're down. You're down.
Widow's top right to us now. Nice.
Sleeping?
You're anti.
Oh, you're purple. That was.
You guys are getting flanked. Nobody's called it out. Call it out.
Alright, I'm gonna ulting.
Yeah, it's probably on Saifan to call out.
Saipan. That was really good.
I'm slapped.
I'm on the
But
hog
see, you
at the
guys are
bridge.
split. Saifan and
Hog
Scent
one.
are on one side.
I think that's fine that they're split right here though, because it was just a hog.
It worked out
Widow's
this
in the
time, and
window?
that's great. But I mean, that's the kind of behavior that we need to stop. We need to. Like,
So right here, like Orchestra, you don't have to stand on the cart. Just play forward more since
Cat Chunks.
you guys already won that.
Try Haley.
Get Widow.
Ryan,
That means that all the humans on my Twitch stream right now are Stardew Valley fans.
Hog.
I think Saifan's playing really good on this map.
nice.
Focus Ryan.
Ryan's low.
Ryan down.
Lucio.
Lucio.
Actually,
Fuck, you guys are killing it.
let's
Fuck.
get on point.
Agree, Dad?
You're on anti.
Anna's still alive.
How's she
Yeah.
still alive?
Just fucking kill her. Kill her!
Okay, she's down.
Get the Lucio.
Lucio,
Get the
Lucio,
Lucio. Oh.
Oh,
no.
Shelly.
Shelly.
I thought that said Shelly for some. She like raged. they're really staggering hard.
The stall shouldn't be working. Come on, kill him, kill him, kill him. Good job.
Okay, cool. I'm switching over to. I'm gonna go Zen.
So also just be really careful when you like been slightly overextending as Reaper a little bit, but just make sure you do have your fade to go back like you just did.
I have ulti here.
Watch out, that's gonna come from the left side.
Oh boy, that's not gonna be good. Yeah, the spread out call was
That's
too
okay,
late.
that's okay.
This is a reset.
Regroup.
I can freaking jump off the edge.
I will
Yikes.
higher.
Okay, stay in spawn. We're gonna regroup and spawn.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like if we were, let's just say we were in their position, right? It was good that they pushed up so far because we were so staggered and they won the fight. So that's why they did that. Next time, like when we do something like, we have to really push forward.
Come over here.
Through the building, let's go.
What?
Over here, through the building, let's go.
On right.
Right side.
Where's oh.
So you guys are making it really obvious that's where you guys are going. Somebody probably should have been like out here more.
Careful of that.
His shield's low. He's
Oh
discorded.
man, you guys don't see
This
that.
McCree.
Turn around. Good call out.
Good job.
Good call out.
Are we just +3? Regroup.
Regroup.
Makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
Kill that McCree. Kill that McCree.
One
Oh.
shot, me,
It's an easy kill. You're. Oh
Oh my
boy.
god. First pick.
Okay, he literally just got a 6K.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm gonna rally while we're pushing in. There's a lot
I
of
can
spam
understand
damage.
why better teams can take out MXSL though, because they play fucking really stupid.
They're rezzing
I'm
it,
rallying.
Get that McCree.
No! Oh, I got him.
My shield is gone.
Yeah, this McCree's a problem.
I don't have any healing for you.
Regroup, that's a white.
What?
2 fights, 2 high noons.
Okay.
I got you, Shelly. I don't got you, Shelly.
Ah.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Well, the thing is,
I got Zen.
Zen behind you.
with the way you guys are positioned, you're not
You're
not respecting
Zarya's
their
really
skill
far
at
up.
all.
Get her. She's one. We'll
Because
have.
anytime you're out in the open,
Now
that
she's
McCree can just peg you.
You guys basically need a death wallet at this point.
I mean,
Ryan's low.
He's low.
unless McNaney goes fucking nuts and kills
I'm shooting
everybody
it.
like that.
He's down.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
Good
shot.
Shatter.
I got the mercy.
Don't ask.
Nice.
Okay,
Just
jump.
go to Zen.
Jumps one.
So see now you guys are starting death wallet, and that's why you guys are kind of rolling through them. But like as soon as you guys separate, like you just did, like Siphon and Orchestra were a little bit farther, you guys lost it. You guys so like you know that against this team, at least this team comp, you have to like group up together.
God, I tried to save.
That's right. Okay, guys, we really have to regroup for final push.
Alright.
At this point, you guys have to switch to something like that gets you guys all there faster.
Don't peek.
So you guys are like still pretty spread out.
You're gonna have to get us in, like, we need your mech.
Oh,
Discord on McCree right now.
We're also
I'm gonna
split
send
up.
dragons.
I got.
I'm gonna send dragons into the choke.
Mercy dead.
Alright, let's go.
so that's what you guys have to push in right now.
He's out of spawn.
That's 2 picks, 3 picks.
Ryan.
Push forward,
That's
play
it.
in
That's
front of
an
cart.
entire team of 1v6 flankers.
In front of cart, guys, in front of
Just
cart.
looking for a play of the game. If there wasn't such a
Like,
difference in
you guys
skill
would have to
between us
follow
and them,
Orchestra.
we would murder them every fucking time.
Oh
They're
my gosh.
Stupid. They're not a good team. It's a bunch of good individual players.
Okay, it's okay, we can get back there. We need the Lucio.
And by good, I mean way too good for this tournament.
I have.
But whatever. That's a separate discussion altogether.
I guess we can get there still. It's fine.
Like bomb on the point.
Yeah, wait, though.
You guys are never gonna make it. 13 seconds.
Heal Ryan. Oh my god.
You have to charge in. You don't have time. You don't have time to just walk through
Wait,
like
you guys
that.
engaging a choke?
Keep dying.
Back cap. No!
Oh.
Run low, run low.
I can't believe we got it so far.
That was close.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys knew you guys weren't gonna win
Who was over there?
this, but you guys held it pretty good. You're better on attack than on defense for sure.
Oh man.
We have a scrim tonight, so we'll probably judge a little bit better on tonight's fight.
Because I heard the tire and I was like waiting to fade, but then
Good luck.
wow.